Okay, so before I get into this, you'll have to excuse the beard because I went out to Croatia for a week on a family holiday. I forgot my razor, couldn't shave, and haven't bothered to shave because I haven't even been back for a couple of days. But I will be shaving up when I go out to Nottingham tomorrow, so I just kind of wanted to make this video as quick as I can and also talk about it since the live launch has already happened. But I wanted to give a bit of a story time to talk about the fact that I actually pulled myself out of the Big Brother audition process. And I kind of wanted to talk about my experience, and thankfully it was a positive experience. I just want to put it at that. So I actually applied for the show in 2024 at first, because I just wanted to see if they would want somebody like me on the show, but I didn't hear anything back. And I did the same for this year again, did submit a different video, and I think it was a few weeks later, I did receive some calls from a number, and I ended up missing because at the times they were answering. Cause I get junk calls all the time, and I was thinking, oh Christ, this is either going to be an insurance scam or somebody trying to sell me something. I was like, I just not in the mood to answer that number. But no, turns out it was in fact a Big Brother casting producer, and he was emailing me trying to get into contact with me, and I gave him a time of when would be best, and he called me and we got chatting off about a few things from there. As much as I would probably like to say the guy's name, I probably am not able to due to potato protection, but if you are watching this, you are absolutely fantastic. So we had our call, and that later on led to a Zoom meeting where we got off chatting to a few things there. Did manage to make the casting producer laugh quite a handful of times, not just on the phone, but also in the Zoom meeting, which that in itself feels like a bit of an achievement. I did say a few things about me being a sexually repulsed asexual, and a lot of things just kind of went on from there about how I don't want sex, I don't want anybody having sex with me, I don't want to be in the house with anybody sexually frustrated, and yeah, did manage to make him laugh quite a handful, which, like I said, must be doing something right. So after that Zoom meeting, I didn't think anything much else was coming on after that. But not even 2 days after that Zoom meeting, I got a call from another casting producer. I can't remember the person's name who called me, but she contacted me over the phone and told me that it was actually good news, and that I had already been invited to the in-person auditions in London. Now, I was on the fence about that first because it was happening so fast and they wanted me to go on the same weekend, but because of my part-time work, I get paid the week after, so I was not able to cover travel expenses, because London is expensive for me to go and travel, especially with how short notice it was. The coach was also, which is normally quite cheap, that would normally end up being quite pricey and either close or to being more expensive than taking the train. Had they actually done it in Cardiff, I probably would have done it, because Cardiff's much closer to me than it is London. But no, I gave it a lot of thought, and I decided to withdraw myself from the process. I did manage to get through 3 layers before being invited to the in-person auditions in London, which in itself feels like quite an achievement. But because it was happening so fast, and I genuinely did not think I'd make it that far in the application process, I decided to pull myself out. Also because of something that I would like to do. There's a type of show that I'm trying to get ITV to push into getting, and I do worry that if I did Big Brother, for some reason appearing on that, and if I for any reason actually did very well on the Big Brother, I would not be able to do the show that I really want ITV to get, and the type of show that I want to compete on. So I saw it as potential red tape. I would have liked to have done Big Brother just for the experience, and also just to prove a point that they don't normally put people in the Big Brother house that come from backgrounds that I typically come from. But I didn't take the decision lightly to pull out, but I genuinely didn't think I'd make it that far in the application process. And would I actually do Big Brother in the future? Honestly, I don't know. I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm not thinking about applying for the series next year. Maybe if I'm 30, because I'll be 30 next year. I'm not in a good position in life that I would like to have been. I'd say by 2030, maybe I'll give it a try, but now that I've said that, I probably reveal too much because of all the secrecy. But if I do Big Brother, how do you think that somebody like me would fare out on a show like that? I'm just curious. But I think that's really much all I have to say. So that's about it. See ya.